But was the injury as strange and odd as it sounded like from our end?
Uh,
Surprising to you, and then how did it play out for you, and then how's it felt the last couple days?
yeah, it was surprising when it happened. I got stepped on. Didn't really know I got stepped on, and then after the play, tried walking back to the huddle. And I was kind of like limping a little bit, and um, I went in for another period, and it just didn't feel right. So I sat out of practice, said, hey, this doesn't feel right. I got the X-ray, MRI, and took it from there.
You posted something about like I'm going to be back for week one. When did it turn from a setback to all right? I'm going to have to work the rehab and do everything I can to get ready.
Yeah, I mean, I was just thankful it happened now. Was thankful that it said 5 weeks recovery time, and because that would give me time to get back for week one. Um, so yeah, I was just thankful for that, that it wasn't worse.
Is week one, I mean, in your mind, is certainly in play?
I'm doing everything I can to get back for week one.
Hey, Quentin, what was the process like to get back to the practice field? Because when you have such a wide window of possibility of returning, what did you do in the 3 weeks? I mean, that is a heck of a turnaround to get back on the practice field.
I got a bunch of treatment and did everything I was told to do from the trainers and doctors, and was just focused on not wasting a minute and doing everything I can in terms of treatment, sleep, recovery, icing, and exercises and everything I can do. And yeah.
Carson talked a little bit about how, ironically, you guys had to go through it together, and you guys have to build a relationship being together up there. Do you feel like that was helpful in a sense, at least having to go through it with someone that you spend a lot of time with?
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, obviously we're not thankful we got these injuries, but at the same time we're able to go through it together, and still are, and still rehabbing and doing all these things together. And our relationship has definitely grown, being boot brothers, and doing a bunch of this treatment together and working out and stuff. So I mean, it sounds like a negative, but it was like a positive in that sense, I guess.
Is there anything you learned about Carson in the last couple of weeks that you didn't maybe know before?
Just getting to know him a lot better, and since we're working together, just getting to see his work ethic, getting to see how much time he puts in, and how much time and how much he invests into his body to be the best he can be is pretty remarkable.
Quentin, I think you saw somewhere this was the third surgery you've had in the off season. What can you tell us what the other two were for?
No.
How does it feel right now? I mean, you're still working your way back, but you've been on the practice field the last couple of days. Has it responded well to the added work?
Yeah, not doing any team periods yet, and it's feeling how probably you'd expect it to feel after 3 weeks. Yesterday was the 3-week mark for me, and it's a little tough, like moving a load at my position, and the pressure of the incision and everything. But yeah, I mean, just working every day to get better, and keeping that process going, sticking to it.
Without getting into details of what you had done earlier this summer, I don't recall you having a lot of injury history. Have you had surgeries before, or was this new for you?
I had one surgery on my finger when I was a junior in high school.
Okay.
It's not very important, but yeah.
I know you don't want to get into it, but is 3 accurate? Is that fair?
Yes, that's what I wrote. Yeah.
Is it hard for you? You've been a guy that loves practice. Is it hard kind of having to restrain and not being able to get out there in the team periods and not being able to take part in everything quite yet?
Yeah. It's tough watching, the guys you care about all out there, especially like Glow and Braden, out there straining every day, going to work, putting in the work at practice, and not being able to do it with them. And it's just every day coming to practice and trying to help your teammates get better by watching their reps and coaching them, and then especially the younger guys, not so much Glow and Braden, but that, and then taking the mental reps, watching during the team periods, going through the thought process of, all right, this is the play, this is going to be my footwork, this is what I need to do to get it done, et cetera, et cetera.
What did you see out of those guys who got an opportunity, with you and Ryan or Fish?
Man, I think I think Danny Pinner was doing really well before he got hurt. I thought he was doing a great job. He trained really hard this offseason. I think Chris Reed has showed that he's a reliable starter and can go in and play really well. Another strong guy with good technique. And then it seems like Davenport is taking control of the one spot with the left tackles, and getting to talk to him. I really like his mentality and his confidence about himself. A little bit more on the quiet side, but getting to know him. The guy can play. And then Tevye and Holden and all the other guys going in there and competing pretty hard. So it's good to see the depth we have on the O-line going into the season. I feel really confident. Hopefully we get Danny back soon, and then we got Chris and Joey Hunt and Jake Eldenkamp, all these guys on the interior, and then at the tackles too. So get Fisher back soon. So
You mentioned smashing the goals that you had listed when you got back, but you'd always talked about your technique and how you wanted to improve that every year. Is there anything else in your sights for this season?
Yeah, I like to keep my goals personal. I don't really like sharing them, but yeah.
Any team goals that you are willing to share?
The mission's always to win a Super Bowl every year.
What's your expectation with the crowd, specifically the first 2 weeks of the season? How big is the difference?
Yeah, it really stunk last year not having fans there. Kind of like there's no energy in the stadium. So we're really excited to have the fans there of Indianapolis and Indiana back in our stadium and rooting for us. They're great, and they do a great job, and it makes the game a lot more exciting, puts more pressure on you, gets your adrenaline up higher, and really got to show me last year what it was like without them, kind of taking them for granted. So really excited to have them back here at Lucas Oil Stadium.